like love, love, love and music. La la la, love, 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 love and music. Love, love.
Oh, damn it. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my ponytail has been lopsided all day. And I don't care much because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But, I mean, I think it's because it was rainy and humid here today. And anyway, this is my review of Married at First Sight, Season 7, Episode 12. I'm also wondering when is this show finale gonna come on. It's getting a little bit boring to me, a little bit up in the middle. But if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Be an active subscriber. Do not forget to hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. Good stuff. Let's just get into it because I don't have the time or the energy to be extra. But I'm going to be extra as much as I can be extra. I'm going to start with Mia and Tristan on here on this particular episode. I mean, I feel like we see they are speaking with their therapist lady, like a little counseling person who was coming in to show them about communication, okay? And she's going to show them some footage of them in the midst of an argument, so they can kind of see how they communicate to the other one as they might not realize it. So first of all, they show Tristan being childish as hell, okay? He's being childish as hell in a childish ass bed. Mia is standing like in the doorway of the bathroom, and he's laying in their childish ass bed. And he's basically yelling at her for whatever the reason may be, saying how he did not trust her because the old situations. And I'm done, I don't trust you. She's like, I know you don't trust me. And he's yelling at her. She's just kind of standing there like kind of taking it. And when he sees himself, he realizes I'm a whole asshole. Okay, I'm a whole asshole. And then he brings up how when he says I'm done, he's saying an aspect of I'm done with the conversation, not as if I'm done or I'm giving up on you and I don't want to be with you anymore. So he says I'm sorry about that, about not being a good communicator about what I mean when I say I'm done. But I'm not, you up for talking about I don't trust you, I'm done. To me, that means you done with me. Because if you don't trust me, you're done. Then you don't want to be with me. So get out, you childish bastard. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They then show Mia's part of it, and she's kind of like, she's talking back a little bit, but she keeps kind of just shutting down and kind of not saying much. It's kind of just standing there and it's kind of taking it. And then she realizes that she's not communicating at all with him. But it's because he's yelling at her. So she then brings up, well, when I was younger and I would get chastised, that's what I would do. I would just, kind of just stay quiet and just not do much. He brings up how him raise his voice just reminds her of her parents, how her father may be like this. He said, when he stares at me, whatever, it reminds me of my father who would stare me down, or when he yells, it reminds me of my mom who yelled at me. So I revert back to being a kid and just taking it into being quiet. He then becomes a big baby, and now he's crying. Okay, because he's childish. Okay, but he says he feels bad that's how he was talking to her. He did not have any idea about her childhood, how she felt, and how he was acting towards her. But I'm like, any asshole can see they're raising their voice. When you are talking to a woman, if you don't realize that you're raising your voice and you're yelling, and she's just standing there like, but I know you don't trust me. But I'm done. It's like, how can you not realize that? Because you're a whole asshole. So, you know what I'm saying? Now she's like, well, I feel bad for telling them. Grow some balls, Mia. Grow some balls. Okay? Wholehearted balls, girl. Anyway, he come back like he's sorry. He did not realize that. He did not know. So they both now say how they are happy. They know how to realize what the other one is doing. And I'm like, if you say so. You know, we do see them next, like in the bed, talking about how they want to be together, how they can't wait to move and build a legacy together, how they want unconditional love and support within each other. And I'm just keep thinking, like, I think it's so weird they wear so many clothes to bed. I'm like, she had on a whole little full of outfit and a whole little robe up under the covers. Like, who sleeps in that many clothes? Like, is the heat bill? Like, y'all ain't pay the heat bill? Like, y'all cold? I was just confused. But again, you know, it's their way of, like, you know, we had this whole situation where we saw the argument, and now we're better for it. We know how to argue with each other, and we're going to be absolutely great. We're going to be absolutely great together. We have this whole plan to still move, and, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be what it's going to be. And I'm like, it was announced that y'all was getting a divorce. So for me, seeing them doesn't matter to me, because again, it hit the blogs last week that him and her have already filed for divorce. So we already know what's going to happen. And we saw the preview for next weekend, well, for next week, where it's a whole situationship that hopefully that will be a little bit entertaining. And not that I need them to be fussing and fighting to be entertaining, but anyway, you know, they bring up how they're both on board to be together and to move to Houston. So they want to still do all of that. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a fresh start for us. I do want to be closer to your family. Like, it's going to be great. I'm like, well, y'all filed for divorce, so it's not going to be that great. Danielle and Bobby, another couple who don't communicate well. So we see them going to his parents' house because it's his mom's birthday, and, you know, they're going to visit or whatever. And they show them the whole little wedding album book or whatever. It was cute or whatnot. So, but the funny thing about it is, when I watch Bobby and Danielle and Bobby's family, it just reminds me of People Under the Stairs. Have y'all seen that movie, People Under the Stairs? It came out back in the 80s, the late 80s, about a family who has kids living under the stairs. It's a crazy movie, and I remember I used to be scared of it a little bit when I was younger, but now I'm like, oh, it's not scary at all. It's just, you know, whatever. But they remind me of the couple from People Under. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they seem real normal. They seem very, very normal. But they hadn't deformed kids under their stairs. That's what I swear, watching them at the parents' house, sitting there, I can imagine his mama got some kids up under them stairs, and Bobby knows, and he don't say nothing. Anyway, just Lord Jesus, I kill myself like this. You know, the family, at least for his mom, feels like, you know what I'm saying, Danielle and Bobby don't really have any issues. They're acting as if the marriage this whole like month and a half has been just absolutely peaches and herbs, peaches and cream, vodka and fucking what? Vodka and fruit punch. You know what I'm saying? A whole little lottery. It's just been deliciously good. It's been just great, fantastic. Okay, it's been chicken Alfredo great. And the mom, like, I just feel as if things are going just too smooth. Like it's weird. It's like she's worried that they can't handle when something actually happens. They haven't had any arguments in this. I told y'all, it's the kind of thing where they look so perfect, but in hindsight, they're hiding children under the stairs. Okay, People Under the Stairs. If you have not seen the movie, watch it. Vin Rames is in it. He is. Anyway, who else is in it? It was a lady in it too. I don't have to rewatch that movie. So, but I get what the mama mean. It's the thing to where, because they keep saying how, well, no, it's because we're not sweating the small stuff. But I feel like y'all not sweating the small stuff. These were my exact words that I with. I get what she means. Right now, they are not sweating the small stuff, mainly because you don't want to argue with a stranger. That's what I wrote literally at that moment, watching the scene of them talk about how we're not sweating the small stuff. That was my thing. Now think about that. So later the counselor comes to see them too, to show them how they communicate with each other. So they show when they were in the bed talking, and he was like, you know, I love this about you, I love that about you, blah, 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 I love you. And then she said, and And then when they watch it back, you know what I'm saying, she's like, he poured his heart out to you, and you responded, how would you think that makes him feel? Or whatever, you should. It's just weird that you did that. And she said, I do feel that way, but for me, my parents never did that. My parents were not affectionate. You know what I'm saying? They did not express themselves much. So for me, it's not natural. It's not natural to me to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I also never dated anyone where I had to say those things. But you're married now. You are married now. The weird part about it is the reason that Danielle was never in a real relationship, because she doesn't even emote any emotion. That's the reason you could have been single, because you are like a robot with people up on your goddamn stairs, girl. So, you know what I'm saying? She brings up how for her it's easier for her to write things down versus verbatim, like say it verbally. The doctor then, this is what the doctor then said: I feel like they're avoiding conflict, plain nice, so they won't argue. I told you. I said that before I saw the scene with the doctor. So when I saw what the doctor said, I then wrote, I told you, in bold letters, because I did. I felt the exact same thing. They're purposely avoiding arguing. If he's frustrated cleaning up dog poop, he just avoids talking about it, because I don't want to argue with you, because I don't know, one of them don't know how to argue. We just have to see which one does not know how to argue, and that's what they're trying to avoid doing. So with her saying how she can write down how she feels versus saying it, the counselor will suggest, okay, well, write down how you feel, and then write down how you feel from the heart, and then read it back to him. Okay, maybe that's a way to, let him see that you do care for him. Because she's saying, I do care for him, I do have those feelings for him. It's just not natural for me to just kind of respond that way when he says it. But I'm like, if you a whole wife now, you should be thinking in the back of your head, you know what I'm saying, he just said something, even though I usually don't say something, I need to get out of that. He just said something really, really nice. He just told me that he loves me. I could have at least said, that is so wonderful, and I love you too. Or if you're not ready to say I love you, oh, my battery low. Damn it. That's what happens when I'm too far and I can't reach stuff. If you're not in love with him, if you don't love him yet, just say, you know what, I care for you so deeply, and I can't wait till I can honestly say that I love you too. Just say something, girl. But to say, I would have punched her in the face. No, you can't do that because you can't hit women. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, we see that whole thing. So we do see Danielle go to meet and have brunch or lunch with his mom and his sister, and she's like, I'm just so nervous about this because, you know what I'm saying, it's just different or whatever. And so they're sitting around, eating and chit-chatting or whatever, and they bring up, if she plans on having kids or not. And she said, yeah, we're talking about it. And then they ask her, well, when you have kids, have you decided if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or if you're gonna want to work? Have you had that discussion or had that plan? And this is so weird. I don't know what to say to them, because his mom and sister are stay-at-home moms or were stay-at-home moms or whatever. That's what they want to do. But she had told them earlier, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to still be able to work. So she said she feels like, she does not know how to answer the question. So what she says is, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I have to figure it out, because sometimes you don't know until you have your own kids. She said, when I'm around other people's kids, I feel like I should shoot myself in the head. No, she said, I feel like I could shoot myself. Who says that? I don't want you around my children, because you might murder yourself, you crazy broad. Anyway, she just brings up how, I don't know what I'm going to do. I won't know until I have my own kids. But I do know, or I do think, I would not want to stay home forever. All moms stay home for a little while. But you have some moms who say, I want to go back to work, and they didn't have a baby, and they want to be a stay-at-home mom. So I like how she said, I don't know, because I don't have my own kid yet. So I might change my mind. And that's true. That might be what happened. And the mom and sister both said, it's your decision. It's up to you. We'll love you either way. We won't hate you if you don't pick one or the other. They might. Anyway, we then see that she has to go on a whole little work trip, and she's giving him pills to give her dog, because it's supposed to be like a whole little thunderstorm or whatever, and her dog goes crazy in storms. I would say, we'll take your dog with you. But you can't say that because it's your old husband. Anyway, she's packing up to go on her little trip or whatever. She's bringing up, I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. And, will you miss me? He says, absolutely. I'll miss you tremendously. You know, I will miss our days together, our nights. So he's being very conversational. Okay, he's trying to express himself to her. And then she says, yeah, I'll miss someone making me coffee and my dog. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're crazy. Like, you're crazy if you don't. You asked him would he miss you, and then he said, I absolutely would. How can your next response not be, I'm going to miss you too? That's not even, that's just basic niceness conversation. That's just a basic thing to say. I was like, ooh, she's crazy. She then goes in the other room and writes him a whole little letter signed, love your wife, and she sat it on the table. No, go read it to him. They are avoiding arguing. They are avoiding it, and I feel like when it happened, I feel like they're going to wait until the show was no longer on the air to bite each other's heads off, because you can't go that long without arguing. You just can't. You can't do it. Y'all both avoiding the shit. And that was their whole thing. Last but not least, Amber and Dave. I just cannot see them working out. It's the weirdest thing that right now we know Mia and Tristan, filed for divorce. I'm surprised I did not hear that they filed for divorce too. But anyway, we see them going to the gym. Yep, the infamous gym where she and him both have attended and just did not know each other, and also the gym where she supposedly slept with or was dealing with some other dude there who he knows, and they just did not know each other. So she's there at like a dance class, he's doing like weights or whatever, working out, and then after we see him talking to her and her two friends. Okay, innocent. She walks up with her friends. He walks up there, meeting back up or whatever, and she starts to say, seeing him talk to my friends makes me feel insecure because she's tall with dark hair. I said, this bitch here. Amber, girl, you drain all my energy. And she says, I know it isn't logical to think that way, because it may be nothing, but it's my insecurities, and it just happens. And when I see him talking to anyone who is his type, it makes me insecure. You're gonna forever be insecure, mainly because there's gonna be tall brunette women everywhere. If he talks to waiters, are you gonna be sad? If he needs surgery and the doctor happens to be a tall brunette, is he fucking the doctor? I mean, where do you draw the line? It's your friend. You brought her over there. I just feel in my soul she gonna tell her friend either become a blonde or go away or get shorter. One of the three. I'm not sure. But just shut up, Amber. You can't be up here being insecure because he's speaking to your friends and just being friendly. When you have a whole husband or a whole wife, you want them to be nice to your friends. You want them to at least be able to have a conversation, like a little hi, bye, whatever. And I think they were talking about her house, which she's remodeling, and he was asking her about the remodeling stuff. I'm like, she just irks all my nerves that I have. So we then next see how the lady comes to them and shows them, of course, their communication stuff. So Dave does say how we've been having ups and downs recently at the gym. You know what I'm saying? I could tell that Amber was a little bit upset that I was holding the conversation with her friend. I wasn't upset. He was like, no, you're upset. And then she says, well, you know what? But it's because she's more like your type. The doctor said because of her hair color. Like, it isn't because she's prettier. It isn't because her body's better. It isn't because, anything major. It's because of her hair color. You ditzy broad. She then shows them their video, which kind of ties into her whole batshit crazy situation. It's the conversation of them when she was telling him how she's been dyeing her hair for like 2 years and how her hair is falling out, and then he told her that maybe she should stop dyeing it. So when they play the scene, and she said, I dye is falling out. And he says, maybe you should stop dyeing it. Oh, you just want me, whatever. And then he said, well, no, I want you to do what keeps you healthy. And she missed that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, maybe you should stop because I just want you to be healthy. It had nothing to do with what color of her hair. It was a thing of you're dyeing your hair and your hair is falling off, you dumb dingbat. And then she realizes I was not even listening to him saying that. Like, the way I reacted was totally, it had nothing to do with what he was saying. It's kind of crazy. He then says he realized watching the video back how when she gets that way, how he just shuts it down, and that does not make it any better. So he says he feels as if he needs to stop doing that. Forget that. Amber is crazy. Amber will forever and always need reassurance that she's pretty, reassurance that she's just the best thing on earth, reassurance that even though she's not a brunette, that he still loves her. I'm like, he's married to you, y'all going to the same gym, he's having sex with you. What else do you want from him? What else do you want from me? I don't know. She's batshit crazy. We then see how they go to like a little obstacle course where he's blindfolded and he has to let her lead him through this obstacle course, and he has to trust in her to give him directions to get through it. Now, halfway through, he gets very frustrated because he feels as if she's not giving him like kind of accurate, detailed instructions or whatever. Hey, I can't do this. This is dumb. So he's just getting mad, but he ends up making it through. He realizes that sometimes she isn't clear in what she says, but she's still saying something that kind of makes sense to her, and he just has to kind of like just go with it basically. But I'm like, they made it through. They are happy-go-lucky, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Amber's fine as long as there's no other women around. As long as there's no other women around, especially a brunette, she's cool. She don't have any issues, and he won't get frustrated as long as he don't have to rely on her to do anything. I think that's their relationship. We do see them trying to bond over building a dresser, but neither one of them is handy, and so they just bond over saying how they need to hire somebody to build it. Again, I don't know how Amber and Dave are going to make it, because Amber literally gets insecure about everything, every little thing. And I feel like what he could do is, if he know you only worry about brunettes, he gonna be out here fucking redheads, and you ain't even gonna know it. Anyway, I'm done. That's all I have to give you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
He's like love, and music.